And we're live.
Hello, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. We're back. We took last week off because it was the day after the holiday.
Yeah. We were like, a lot of people probably won't come, and we deserve a holiday too, so let's do it. Yep. And we're going to miss our Jessie May today. She's busy, but that's okay. We will see her again next week, faux show.
Yes. Yep. So, while we're waiting for people to hop on, do we want to go over some announcements?
Sure. You want to kick it off?
Well, I was going to ask you to talk about Shadow Twerk since that starts tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow starts Shadow Twerk. It is our fifth or sixth time doing Shadow Twerk.
Something like incredible. That. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's 5 or 6. That's a good thing. We've been doing it. And we have a beautiful group of people signed up already. It's not too late for you to join us. It would be amazing if you did. Shadow Twerk will be every Wednesday for 4 months. It's going to be, I think, 17 weeks and 113 days, something like that. It's going to be our longest container. We're going to be able to sit through a Mercury retrograde together and many full moons and new moons and opportunities, which I'm sure Ursula will be able to explain the summer energies better than I can for sure when she gets into more astro stuff. But it's a beautiful opportunity if you are new to shadow work, if you've heard of it. We kind of like the idea of if you heard of it before, but it's basically looking at all the things that you don't necessarily want to look at in your life that are maybe keeping you blocked or helping to create new patterns or ways of thinking about yourself or loving yourself. Like if, classic example is if every time, somebody gives you a compliment, you have a hard time saying thank you. You have a hard time receiving. You're not able to allow, yourself to receive that because of how you feel about yourself. And maybe you're like, yeah, well, I'm actually stupid or dumb or this or that. These are opportunities to change that. And these are mind, body, soul, spirit tools and techniques and things that can just support you along your journey. And the cool thing about it is everybody who's in this container, it's been all women so far. We're open to men, but it just so happens it's just been women, and that's cool too. So I will speak how the women, have been all over the country. And cool things happen where we're talking about, I'm like, oh, this really happened and this came up and I'm trying to heal it. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, I went through the same exact thing last night. And they're like 1,000 miles away from you. They're like, this is incredible. So it's really neat how we're all tuned into the collective energy and how this container creates a space for that. So we'd love to see you there. Basically, we open every session with a song. So you get a new empowering song that you can twerk it to. And this is about twerking your soul. So anybody of any age, ability, body type, whatever, you are welcome to come. This is about twerking your soul. Of course, we encourage you to move your body a little always because it's a huge energy healer and great for mental health. However, you might just be able to do this that day, and that's plenty. That's fine. And it's not something that we do together. We just play a song and you get to enjoy it how you like. And then we go into sharing and talking and what's going on in the Astro-Weather, and we give you a lesson each week and a tool on how to help your twerk and your shadow work. So lots of opportunities, and it's a beautiful, great container to be held in. It's been just magical watching the transformations and the empowerment that comes out of it. And we hope you join us. So it starts tomorrow. It's going to be every Wednesday from noon to 1:30. Every session is recorded. If you can't make one, then you can catch up on it later on. And yeah, we'd love to see you there.
Awesome. And will you be closing the registration after a certain point?
Yeah, about 2 weeks
don't register
after.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, about 2 weeks after.
Sure
usually we give it a little wiggle room, but we try to all start together and on time. But it is the end of the school year. People are momming and doing things and finishing stuff up. So there is always grace and wiggle room here at the Sea Goddess. So, yeah.
Maybe we did get a request. Oh, you glitched out a little bit. That's a pretty color, though. Oh, I don't know what's going on over there, but I guess Mandy will figure that out because I think the camera and the microphone are tied together. So while we're waiting for Mandy to come back, Sweet Fairyish, I will be happy to read for you and answer that question for you. So today I am working from one of my favorite energies when we're dealing with just wanting some peace and balance in our lives. It's in alignment with the energy that we're in right now with the Venus and the Sun coming together today. It's called the Peace Warrior Empowerment Deck. So these are angel messages, and I will pull you a card for your question. Venus is the planet that relates to love and connection and values. So let's see what this deck has to say for you today. So the card that came up for you, Sweet Fairyish, is Soul Sanctuary, Respect Your Body, card number 13. So let's see what the book has to say. The book is really helpful with these cards because it has a whole bunch of information and messages and personal shares from the author of the deck. So let's see what it says for this one. Respect your body. The beautiful vessel you were given to house your soul needs to be nourished. Fueling and feeding this vessel will pay dividends for years to come. Respect it not only with nutrition, but value. Sexually respecting yourself and your body and not just giving it away in order to feel accepted or loved is the greatest gift you can give to yourself. Sexual relations is a beautiful connection when aligned with mature behavior. And here's the action for this card. How often do you give yourself away in hopes that someone will love you in the end? Do you feel disrespected or regretful after the events have happened? Do you sit with your truth in knowing you have a choice? Do you view your body as sacred? And then her personal message. I had to learn that I needed to sit with myself to know what my boundaries were. Sometimes saying yes to me was saying no to someone else. So if that speaks to the question that you asked, I hope that message resonates. And just pop a note if it does, and if not, that's okay too. Thank you for being here with us today and for asking. Hello, Sarah. How are you? I am unexpectedly flying solo at the moment. We lost Mandy due to a technical difficulty with her webcam. So if Sarah, if you would like a card, oh, good. Thank you for responding, Sweet Fairyish. I love that handle too, Sweet Fairyish. It's beautiful. Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for asking. So if anyone else has joined and would like a card, just let me know. And if not, in the meantime, oh, there we go. We got Mandy back.
Barely.
So I read for Sweet Fairyish while you were gone because that was our one request that we had so far. So
it's so funny. I saw it glitched. Oh, Sarah Greenberg. Hi. Oh,
Sarah's
so
here.
Yep. I'm so excited you're here. Yeah, I saw it glitch on my side and then it literally froze that way. And then I tried to restart my web camera and it wasn't working. So I ditched the web camera and now I'm just on my computer. And now I'm back. But I told you things have been glitchy for me. It's been funny.
Yes. Well, we've had that glitchiness in the energy anyway, because Mercury and Uranus came together a few days ago. So that is always some kind of like electrifying thing whenever Uranus and another planet come together. So, and Mercury relates to our technology and communication and all that stuff. So there's definitely some lightning energy with Uranus being infused into Mercury, but Mercury has moved on already. So it should, die down a little bit at this point, but
maybe that was the end of it. Who knows? But either way,
hopefully
now
it had to discharge.
Yeah, now when it happens, I'm just like, thank you. And I take a breath and a beat. And I'm like, I'm meant to practice a pause. And I'm meant to allow the reset to happen. Yes, Sarah is doing the Shadow Twerk series with us. Right before I cut out, we were talking all about it. We're so excited. It starts tomorrow. It goes for 17 weeks, 113 days. It's our longest Shadow Twerk container yet. And Ursula and I can't remember if this is series number 5 or 6, but we're getting there. And we have a beautiful group of people signed up. And I'm so excited because it's going to be all about a lot of love. It's going to be one hot loving summer of ourselves, one another, and the planet. And it's going to be pretty cool. So if you haven't If you're not familiar with shadow twerk, it's an opportunity to look at the things that might be blocking you from where you want to be, or an opportunity to heal something that you haven't been able to heal yet, and be held in a beautiful container of amazing people working on their own shit too. It's called Twerk because we twerk our soul and we add in fun music, and each week you get a lesson where we give you a lesson about something that could help you on your own journey, and then we give you a tool and a twerk out for it. But anybody of any ability, age, body type can come. You don't have to be physically twerking to be there. It's just a fun spin on doing the shitty, hard, dark work that we all got to do to ascend to be the incredible beings that we already are, and to uncover more of ourselves. So I'm stoked you're going to be there, Sarah. I can't wait. And so many wonderful other souls are joining us too. And Sarah, if you would like a card or a reading, let us know, because that's what we're doing right now. Oh, here we go. Perfect. I'd love any guidance on how to handle my
Take it away.
about what's happening in the world, my role and how I can help, and how to still live my life. Big topic. Mandy and I have talked about this. We sure have, and we're gonna twerk the shit out of it this summer, sister, and it's gonna be good. So several things. I like to look at it this way. I like to look at it and the way I help to heal it in myself and to be able to show up presently while also caring about what's happening in the world is I like to zoom out, and I like to truly trust that every single soul on this planet is here by divine decree, and we chose to be here, and we are under God and the angels' care. And even the darkest, most horrible things some of us go through, I do believe that there's purpose to it. I do believe that there's opportunity to it. I don't think it's okay, a lot of the things that happen. I think it's wrong. But if we're going to experience something, and for me, if I was going to experience something, which there's many things I've healed and transmuted at this point, I'm now like, all right, I wanted to be a deep diver in that. And it might be one of the darkest things, but the only way that you heal, the shadows is to shine some light on it. So some of us souls take a look at it. I have a really hard time with like animal abuse, things like that. If I'm walking down a street and I see someone kicking a puppy, like, yeah, I'm going to say something. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh no, this soul deserves that, or they chose that. Because yes, there's an opportunity where that puppy is showing us what's wrong and what's wrong in our world. And there's an opportunity for us to act upon it and correct it in positive, loving ways. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to two choices: love and fear. Almost always. And we can choose the loving route, or we can choose the fearful route. So what I do when it comes to worrying about other people, other things, stuff happening, we have mayhem happening in the world. I love to light a candle and take a few deep breaths and say a little prayer and say, I light this candle in honor of all of the souls that are hurting right now, including aspects of my soul that's hurting right now. And I ask you to bring it love and light and comfort and peace for the highest good of all, and help me to come back into my present reality right now that I'm co-creating, so I can show up and be the best me to help out in the world. If I'm feeling like shit and not taking care of myself and I don't even go for a walk that day, I might not even see that puppy getting kicked. So there is so much opportunity in taking care of ourselves to help take care of others. It's not easy, and it's hard, and it's an opportunity. And praying has helped me a lot. Working with the angels has helped me a lot, surrounding them in white and blue light. And then also giving myself permission when I do find something that lights me up or I really enjoy, letting myself stay there a little longer, letting myself sit in it, feel it. Because when my chakras are all radiating and happy and excited and in balance, that trickles out. And energy travels, whether you're in a bad mood and somebody's driving on the freeway and cut someone off, and they cut off a mom who's running late, and then she's pissed off, and then she starts yelling at her kid, and then her kid goes to school and, is like, whatever, has an attitude, and says to a kid next to him, your dress is ugly. Like, it's all a domino effect. So one of the things that we can do the most to serve our purpose is to realize our energies are so powerful. And even on our worst and best days, they have a beautiful ripple effect. And it's important that we take care of ourselves first and foremost, and follow what lights us up, because that's what helps us light up and heal the world. And there are so many jobs for so many people, and none of us can do it all. And the world's going to keep spinning every single day. So it's important to always show up for yourself, because no one else is going to save you or help you but you. I mean, there's tools and there's people, but at the end of the day, even if someone gives you the recipe, you're still the one who has to eat it. You know, you're still the one who has to be the one who makes the moves. So that's what I got to say about that. And I'm going to pull you some cards too.
I pulled one too.
You did? You go first.
Well, because I was feeling called to use my Peace Warrior deck today.
Oh.
And what a perfect question for this deck, right? So, Sarah, the card that came out on this topic is Live Your Love. Perfectly imperfect you are loved. So just as Mandy was saying, to stay, keep your vibe high and keep your heart open and be the peace warrior. Exactly. So it's certainly a ripple effect. And actually the guidance on this is really good too. I'll just read quickly from the book while Mandy's pulling for you. We are beautiful mosaic pieces of art, small individual fragments that, when placed together, make a perfect masterpiece. You are divinely loved and accepted just as you are at this very moment by our angels. Do not allow your negative thoughts or those of others to determine your ability to give or receive love. Love is the only vibration you were born with. Everything thereafter is a learned emotion, thought, or belief that was adopted through an experience. Choose to live the energy of love. And the action: your thoughts become your reality becomes your perception, and your perception is what you live. Don't allow your perception to deceive you. You are always loved. You are never alone. And it goes on with more messages from that, and suggestion to work with Archangel Metatron. He is one of the only two angels who have walked the earth and was rewarded ascension and deemed an archangel. He is the angel who assists us in social settings, work, and at home. He helps us nurture our sensitivities and offers us soul strength to remember who you are. Sending love and angels to you. I love that. This deck is awesome.
Love that one. Metatron's what's up. Metatron also is like a sacred geometry symbol. It helps you to protect it's like the shape of your Merkaba. There's so much that goes into it. And that's a great one to work with. So I also love this. You ready for Sarah's first card? Shift your perception. Can't make that up. Air Guardian, shift your perception. A miracle is a shift in perception. And if right now the perception is, I can't do my work because there's so much suffering going on in the world, then that's the one we got to work on switching. I can do my work because there is so much suffering going on in the world and there's so much for me to help out. There's never a boring day. There's never a job to not be done. There's never an opportunity to not make a difference. And so even if it's just the littlest thing where you're smiling for someone and energy is contagious and you're opening the door at the grocery store or something like that for someone, you might smile and that might really be enough for them to have shifted or changed their energy. So it's just so important to be mindful that you do make a difference, even in the smallest, littlest ways. And then to start getting more clear on it, which we're going to get to in your next two cards. The Sacred Union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. Dr. Joe Dispenza, who I love, actually has a lot of talks on finding your soulmate and things like that. And I like what he says about it because it gives you first the opportunity to truly love yourself and then magnetize and attract someone to love you the same, on a similar frequency. So what he says is to do everything you love to do and more, and just get out there and get busy and date yourself and show up for the things you want to be doing in the world. And as you do it, it's going to make you feel more love. It's going to make your heart chakra open more. And then the universe is going to be able to slide in an amazing counterpart for you. And so what I love about this card is it's the Sacred Union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. So the more peace you have with yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you show up for yourself, the more your other relationships are going to be wonderful and show up in lovely loyalty and solidarity and stability and love and excitement and wonderful things. And that's with family and friends and soul sisterships and all those good things, as well as romantic partners. So just know that the angels know that this might be on your heart and mind, and they are on it. Last but not least, which I think gives you a huge confirmation, planetary wave, soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. This is a huge thing on your heart and mind. You know there is somewhere you need to be when. You know you need to be making a difference on this planet. You know you are called to be a part of this. And this is a huge confirmation. You don't know how yet. You're not totally sure what to do. However, no, you're exactly where you need to be. And your path is going to keep unfolding to you little by little each and every day. And never forget that just you smiling, just you being kind in this world is already creating a wave. So everything else you do after that is going to be in addition to. And it's so important to love yourself at this time as much as you can. And know that this very much is divinely guided and you're not crazy. And there is this big, huge mission in your soul that you will answer. So I hope that helps you. I hope that supports you. And I can't wait to hold space with you in Shadow Twerk tomorrow. And thank you for sharing that you're going to be there. I'm excited.
Nice. Aw. I love that for today. And it's cool that you're starting Shadow Twerk right before or the day before a new moon.
Look at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Now, when I was gone and glitching, you are so welcome, Sarah. You are so welcome. When I was gone and glitching, did you talk at all about the upcoming new moon or Astro-Weather at all yet?
I did not. I just read for Sweet Fairy-ish. And her card was actually really beautiful. It came up, love your vessel. So that was actually pretty cool too. The messages around, you know, respecting your body and how you share your body and all that. So that was really cool because the planet Venus is actually very involved with the new moon energy on, well, today especially, but on Thursday as well. So that just puts things into focus as far as our relationships and our connections and our values, and just remembering the mantra and the affirmation that I gave. This is kind of connecting the Venus retrograde part of last summer, so mid-August. And when I was teaching and talking about that, the affirmation that I gave was the strongest relationship I have is the one with myself. So it's a good checkpoint. We're like halfway in the Venus journey that started then today. So it's a good time to reflect on how far you've come in that journey with yourself. If anyone, you know, was listening to us at that time, took that affirmation to heart, like coming from your heart was a big theme. What does your heart really want? So where are you on that journey? Because we're halfway there in the Venus cycle. So it's a good check-in time, especially before a new moon. If there's any intentions you want to carry forward with the beautiful energy that we have from Venus in the new moon energy on Thursday, it's a good time to set some intentions around that. Maybe make some new affirmations with goals for the next however many long months that we have to go. And it's just a really good time to reflect and then move forward with intention.
I love it. I'm laughing because I was literally just channeling you, Beth, because I was like, maybe I should pull Beth a card. I know she's flying today, but maybe she'll like to watch the replay later. And then you made a comment. Oh, I love it so much. Should we each pull a card for Beth? What do you think, Urs? If you're
sure.
Beth,
yeah.
We'll just go ahead.
Absolutely.
I don't know about your connection, but either way, you're meant to be here because I was just thinking that.
She can watch the replay if she doesn't catch it. Yeah. Actually, I have my Star Codes deck that she gifted me out to play today too, so I'll pull one from each deck. Yeah. Look at that, from Peace Warrior first. Oh, make someone smile. Your smile is your best accessory. And I think that links very much back to the last set of messages, especially, like holding the door, smiling at somebody, lighting somebody up, like shining your light from the inside out. A smile is the perfect way to do that. So there's that one for you, Beth. And that's card number 18. And then from the Astro Codes, or Star Codes Astro.
I just you can't make this shit up. I just love it.
Nope. I love it when all the messages get threaded through to like a bigger, grand slam meaning or message for the whole live that we do.
We got light work today. Just fucking smile at people, all right?
Beth got the Mars card. We talked a lot about Mars last time Beth and I spoke, so I don't think I have to go too much into this as far as the personal message for her, but just for everyone else's benefit. Mars is the planet of action, and the message on this card is motion. So it's just about taking action. Like I said, with this new moon, it's a beautiful energy, but it's going to require us to do a little bit of soul searching and digging on what we want to carry forward into the new lunar cycle. There's some energy infused into it from disciplinarian planet Saturn. So it just asks us to take responsibility for things and move forward with actual intention. So Mars is helpful for that. So beautiful messages there too. Andy, I think you're muted, or I can't hear you. Yeah, you're muted.
I muted myself. I'm so muted. You're right.
There you go.
I'm back. I try to mute myself when I'm not speaking just because it helps with the things.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Me too.
All right. Oh, God. Oof, you're going to love this. All right. Your first card, I'm doing triple reads today. First the Rose deck, then Angels and Ancestors, then the Healing Waters. So first we've got the Wastelands, which are Rebecca Campbell and Kyle Gray. If you guys don't know these cards, they're the bomb. Your first card, Wastelands, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. I love this one for you. I know that parts of your soul feel parched and are ready to be nourished in ways they haven't been nourished in a really, really long time. And you've made some decisions to help you to quench that thirst, to help you come back into yourself, to help you to slow down and to tend to your own garden so that you can be more sustainable. It's so important we all tune into our own love languages. Especially when we're single, when we're riding alone, to know our needs and what we need in the world and how to give it to ourselves so that we feel like we're being loved wholly in all the ways that we deserve to be. So a lot of that sustainability has to do with inner things and with giving yourself the love that you deserve at this time and putting yourself in situations to help you to receive that. So our next card from Angels and Ancestors is Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Big, big theme today. You are rising. You creating space for yourself is actually going to help you to shift some perceptions and to see things from a way different perspective. I'm seeing that this has a lot to do with ancestral things, with healing some stuff within. And it actually is the Eagle is here for peace and for freedom. You know, Eagle represents freedom here in the United States a lot of the time. And it also represents seeing from a higher perspective. And it's super revered in the native cultures and in many other cultures. It's important to know that this is a time to ascend and time to be the eagle, be the higher one at this time. And sometimes, especially as we're growing, you know, many of us are at the ages where we are of, you know, the mother, father age, and we're starting to take on more responsibilities in being an adult. And the conversations with our parents and ourselves might change and other people and things like that. And it's a big initiation because you're moving into that eagle. So last but not least, let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, trust. I love this one. She's got rain pouring all over her and rainbow, and she's just hanging and being. And I feel like that is totally your energy. You are receiving. You're literally on an airplane right now. So you're strapped down, flying, ready to rock. And you got to trust in all the other things outside of you because you're just literally along for the ride at the moment. And so feel what that feels like right now while you're experiencing it. And then let yourself be along for the ride for the next few weeks. And see what unveils and how it feels, and let all the feelings that are going to come with it come, and let all of the things that need to release. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. It's going to be bittersweet. There's going to be a lot of things, but just like any good movie, you get all the feels, right? So you are blessed in this next chapter, and I hope that supports you so much, allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. Yeah, Sarah. She said, I love that card. I definitely want to be naked in the water this summer. If y'all never been skinny dipping, you're calling me out. We'll talk about it in Shadow Twerk. I have not been in a really long time, but it does feel so good and so freeing and so fun. So maybe we'll make that a little twerk challenge this summer. Remind me, because I like that a lot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention too, I put the link for the Astro-Weather check video I just did in the episode description for today. So if anybody wants to do a deeper dive into the new moon energy, you can check that out. I just released it on Friday, I think it was.
Beautiful.
On Friday, on Venus Day.
On
it tends to be my day for, yeah. tends to be my day for podcasts and stuff like that. It just works out with my schedule. So,
isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if nobody else is hopping on, I'd love to wrap it up early because I have another engagement in a little bit here. So, yeah. Anything else that we wanted to mention? We have Dragon class coming up at the end of the month. Should we mention that? Yeah, yep. She's on it.
Jess and I are teaming up again to teach kind of more of a deeper dive into working with your personal dragons, and the dragon realm, called Your Dragon and You. So we will teach you all about how to really call upon your own dragon and the dragon energy that's always extra present, usually during eclipse seasons, ahead of the next one that we're going to have in the fall. So we'll talk about personal experiences, particularly those with the last eclipse season that we both had, and kind of how to relay that information and how to help you integrate with your own dragon, because once we're on the other side of the eclipse seasons, it's the integration time. So that's kind of where we've been now for a little while. So that's why we're doing it and teaching it this time around at this point in the cycle. And it'll be on a Saturday morning. So if the weeknights are difficult for people, we wanted to try and offer it on the weekend. So that'll be Saturday, June 29th at 11 a.m. And we're also offering a coupon if anyone wants to sign up for this one and you missed our first Dragons class. That is actually available for download in our downloadable classes library. And if you want to bundle and save and register for this one, we'll give you a $5 off coupon if you want to check out the first class that we taught as well, which was more just like basic information about dragons. We taught a lot from Diana Cooper's book about dragons and her oracle deck and that kind of thing. So we're really excited to team up again and do this. And I was just watching, Mandy, the card that you just pulled reminded me, one of my favorite things about living on the coast is being able to watch the rainstorms out over the ocean. So there was a little water dragon that was creeping in on the rainstorm last night that I got to watch from my windows, which was such a gift. And I took some pictures of it. So we'll show those pictures in this next Dragons class, because you can see them in the sky when they make themselves visible. And it was definitely a water dragon. So it was super cool.
That's cool.
It was
I wasn't expecting
I'm like, look, there's a dragon. There's a water dragon right next to the storm.
That's so cool. Yeah. We had a bunch of storms last night I wasn't expecting. I was like, oh,
yeah, definitely.
My dogs were like,
some pop-up thunderstorms.
Yeah. And then I was like, ew, here comes the thunder.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love thunderstorms. I love summer storms, though. It's like the best opportunity to cleanse energy ever. And without it, especially living in like city areas, like it cleans so much. It's literally so cleansing. So I'm grateful for those downpours.
Yep.
Cool. Well, we hope to see y'all on Shadow Twerk. Check out Ursula's amazing new episode that she just dropped, and you will be up to date on all of the Astro-Weather that's happening. And check out Dragon Class. I feel like those are all of our announcements for now. If you're not part of our Soul Garden membership, hop on in. Opportunities to get readings each month, to hold soul space with just Soul Garden members. And also you get the content that we release for our soul blog 2 weeks before everyone else does. So many benefits to being in that. And we'd love to grow with you. Oh yeah. You want to mention that, Urs?
We haven't announced this on the live yet. It didn't happen.
Oops.
It happened 2 days after the last one. So this was the big announcement that we had a couple weeks ago. I'm now writing a column called The Cosmic Connection, and it's a weekly horoscopes in the Shore Local Newsmagazine, which comes out every Thursday in print and online. And it's distributed in the South Jersey area. It's usually available in like restaurants, bars, liquor stores, Wawas, wherever you see like the little metal stands that have all like the free papers and stuff in there. So you can get a paper copy distributed all across South Jersey, or check it out online. There's a link to this week's edition, and you can get your horoscope for the week. So that's something new that I just started doing, and I'm really excited about it. And we can include these for Shadow Twerk too, Mandy, if you want to just make that the resource for everybody for the week ahead.
Perfect.
So the link for these for Shadow Twerk registration, the Astro-Weather check, and the weekly horoscopes is in the episode description for today.
Beautiful. And also we'll be dropping them every Thursday too on our Sea Goddess social medias as well. So check it out. And Ursula teaches you how to tune into your rising sign. So like I've been reading Sagittarius my whole life because I'm a Sag sun. However, I'm a Taurus rising, as is Ursula. So that's why we put that below her sometimes, which is fun. And so it's really cool because a lot of times as you start to like tune into that and read your rising sign, which I remember doing a long time ago, being like, well, let me read this one too, because this is what, my chart says. And if you don't know about your chart, you can totally book a session with Ursula and she will navigate you all through it. So you can learn what your rising sign is and your moon sign and your sun sign and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you read your rising sign, it ends up being more of what we're acting on, right? Up in the world and more of our call to action.
Yeah, and just where the Astro-Weather for you personally is happening in your own chart, because that's how I've been running them. So like to find out the energy of the new moon for you for the week ahead, if you get on Thursday when we release them, you'll see that it'll be specific to a certain area of your life or a particular theme. So look for the new moon energy written in this week's horoscopes as well. So that'll just be another little nugget of information that can help guide you on your path.
I love it. And thank you so much, Sarah and Beth. And who was the one who you read for when I was gone?
It was Sweet Fairyish.
Sweet Fairyish. Sarah and Beth, thank you all so much for showing up with us live. Yeah, I love it. Thank you for showing up with us live and for allowing us to hold space with you and to support you. And we hope to see you on a live again. And we can't wait to see you all in classes and sessions and enjoy this new moon energy. It's a great time.
Yep. And we'll be back next week.
We will. Ta-ta for now.
Bye.